Let's begin with a visualization. I want you to imagine you are standing on the edge of a dock looking out at a vast, dark ocean. In your hand, you are holding a rope. This rope stretches out into the water, disappearing into the fog. You cannot see what is at the other end of the rope, but you can feel the weight. It is heavy. It is pulling you. The rope is rough. It is made of coarse fibers that dig into your skin. Your hands are raw. Your muscles are trembling. You are exhausted. You have been standing here holding this rope for days, maybe months, maybe years. You believe that at the other end of this rope is a person you love, a person you think you need, a person who at one time felt like home. You believe that if you just pull hard enough, if you just endure the pain of the rope cutting into your palms a little longer, you can pull them back to the dock. You can save them. You can save us. But here is the truth that the fog is hiding from you. The person at the other end of the rope dropped it a long time ago. Or perhaps they are swimming in the opposite direction, using your grip as leverage to pull themselves away. Or perhaps most terrifying of all, there is no one at the other end. The rope is just tangled around a heavy rock on the ocean floor, and you are fighting against the weight of your own memories. You are not holding on to a person, you are holding on to a ghost. And the only thing keeping you stuck on this dock, freezing in the cold wind, missing out on the warmth of your own life, is your refusal to open your fingers. Today we are going to talk about the art of letting go, not as a cliché found on an Instagram quote, but as a radical act of spiritual surgery. We are going to dissect why you stay, why it hurts so much to leave, and how to finally walk away from the people who are burning you alive. Let's look at the biology of your attachment. Why is it that the people who hurt us the most are the hardest to leave? You would think logically that if you touched a hot stove, you would pull your hand away immediately. That is a healthy instinct. But in toxic relationships, we touch the stove, we get burned, and then we hug the stove. We beg the stove to stop being hot. We blame ourselves for having skin that burns too easily. This is not stupidity. This is addiction. In psychology, there is a concept called intermittent reinforcement. It is the secret behind why slot machines are the most addictive game in the casino. If you pulled the lever and lost every time, you would walk away. If you pulled the lever and won every time, you would get bored. But if you pull the lever and sometimes you win and sometimes you lose and you never know which it will be, your brain gets hijacked. You become obsessed. You sit there for hours destroying your life waiting for the next win. The person who is hurting you is a slot machine. They are not consistently cruel. If they were a monster, 100% of the time you would have left. No, they are intermittently nice. They give you breadcrumbs of affection. They have moments of brilliance where they are the person you fell in love with. They send that one sweet text after 3 days of since. They have that one amazing weekend after a month of fighting. And your brain latch onto those moments like a starving man finding a crumb. You tell yourself, see, they do love me. It's getting better. If I just wait, the jackpot will come back. But I am here to tell you the jackpot is a lie. The house always wins. And in this casino, you are paying with your soul. You are paying with your self-esteem. You are paying with years of your life that you will never get back. The cruelty is not a glitch in the system. The cruelty is the system. The moments of kindness are just the bait to keep you in the trap. You are likely suffering from the sunk cost fallacy. This is an economic term, but it rules the American heart. An investor buys a stock. The stock crashes. He loses money. But instead of selling and cutting his losses, he buys more. He thinks, I've already invested so much, I can't leave now. If I leave now, I admit defeat. I have to stay until it turns around. You look at your relationship and say, we have 5 years of history, we have a lease together, we have a dog, I can't throw all that away. But let me ask you, if you went to a restaurant and ordered a meal and after 3 bites you realized it was poisoned, would you finish the plate just because you paid for it? Would you say, well, I've already eaten 3 bites, I might as well eat the rest and get sick? No, you would push the plate away. Your history with this person is the 3 bites. Do not eat the rest of the poison just because you are afraid of wasting the past. The past is already gone. You cannot waste it. It is spent. The only thing you can waste is your future. And then there is the fixer mentality. This is the American disease. We are a culture of engineers and optimists. We believe everything can be fixed with enough hard work, enough therapy, enough communication tools. We read the self-help books. We listen to the podcasts. We send our partners links to articles about attachment styles. We try to be their therapist. We look at their trauma, their difficult childhood, their past exes, their depression, and we feel compassion. We think if I just love them hard enough, I can heal them. This is the arrogance of the ego. Who are you to think you are the savior? Who are you to think you can change the trajectory of another human being's soul? People only change when they want to change, not when you want them to change. By trying to fix them, you are actually enabling them. You are standing between them and the consequences of their actions. You are acting as a buffer. As long as you are there to clean up their mess, to absorb their anger, to forgive their disrespect, they have no reason to evolve. You are not helping them. You are keeping them stuck, and you are drowning in the process. There is a Zen story about the empty boat. Imagine you are rowing a boat on a foggy lake. Suddenly another boat crashes into you. You get angry, you scream, "Watch where you are going, you idiot." But then the fog clears and you see that the other boat is empty. There is no one steering it. It was just drifting. Your anger instantly vanishes. You can't be mad at an empty boat. The person hurting you is often an empty boat. They are not acting out of a conscious, calculated desire to destroy you. They are acting out of their own unconscious trauma. They are drifting, propelled by the winds of their own pain. They are crashing into you not because they hate you, but because they are blind. This does not mean you should let them crash into you. It means you stop taking it personally. You stop screaming at the boat. You simply row your boat away. You get out of the path of destruction. You realize that their behavior is about them, not about your worth. But the hardest part of letting go is not the loss of the person. It is the loss of the dream. You fell in love with a potential. You wrote a script in your head. We are going to buy that house. We are going to travel to Italy. We are going to grow old together. When you let go, you have to burn that script. You have to grieve the death of a future that never happened. This grief is real. In our culture, we don't know how to grieve things that aren't dead bodies. We don't have funerals for breakups. We don't have rituals for the end of friendships. So we carry the ghosts around with us. You need to have a funeral for the potential. You need to look at that imaginary future and say, goodbye. You were a beautiful dream, but you were never real. And then comes the fear of the villain. Many of you stay because you are terrified of being the bad guy. You are a nice person. You don't want to hurt anyone. You know that if you leave, they will be devastated. They might cry. They might blame you. They might tell everyone that you are heartless, so you set yourself on fire to keep them warm. You choose your own suffering over their discomfort. But listen to me. You are not responsible for another adult's emotional regulation. You are not the emotional janitor of the universe. If you stay out of guilt, your relationship is not love. It is a hostage situation, and you are both the hostage and the guard. You have to be willing to be the villain in their story so you can be the hero in yours. Let them blame you. Let them tell their version. Your integrity is not based on their opinion. Your integrity is based on whether you are being true to your own soul. Now let's talk about closure. You are waiting for the exit interview. You want them to sit down and admit what they did. You want an apology. You want it to make sense. You are waiting for a train that is not coming. Toxic people do not give closure. They thrive on ambiguity. They thrive on keeping the door slightly open so they can come back and haunt you later. If you are waiting for them to say, "I'm sorry," you are handing them the keys to your freedom. You are saying, "I cannot move on until you give me permission." Take the keys back. Closure is not a conversation. Closure is the moment you decide you are done. Closure is locking the door and throwing away the key without checking to see if they are knocking. Let's go deeper into the void, the fear of being alone. In America, loneliness is a disease. If you are alone on a Friday night, you are a failure. So we cling to dead bodies because a dead body feels better than an empty bed. But there is a difference between loneliness and solitude. Loneliness is the pain of being alone. Solitude is the glory of being alone. When you remove a toxic person, you create a vacuum. At first, it feels empty. It feels quiet. You might feel panicked. You reach for your phone. Don't. Sit in the emptiness. That emptiness is not a void, it is a womb. It is the space where you get to be born again. The universe abhors a vacuum. When you clear out the trash, you make room for the treasure. You cannot invite a healthy, loving, respectful partner into your life if the chair is already occupied by someone who treats you like dirt. You have to empty the chair. You have to trust that you are good company. Start dating yourself. Take yourself to dinner. Buy yourself flowers. Learn to enjoy the sound of your own breathing. When you fall in love with your own solitude, you become immune to toxic people. You no longer need them to fill a hole. You only want them if they add to your wholeness. So how do we actually let go? How do we perform the surgery? It starts with a digital detox. You cannot heal from a gunshot wound while looking at a picture of the gun. Block them, mute them, delete the thread. But that's petty. Your ego says, no, it is protective. You are an addict in recovery. You cannot have a bottle of vodka sitting on your kitchen table. You need a clean environment. Every time you check their social media, you are reopening the wound. You are resetting the clock on your healing. Give yourself the gift of invisibility. Let them disappear. Let yourself disappear from their view. Then you must release the energy somatically. Trauma lives in the body. The grief is stuck in your hips, your throat, your chest. You need to move. Run until your lungs burn. Scream into a pillow until your throat is raw. Cry until you are dehydrated. We are so afraid of our own pain. We numb it with Netflix, with wine, with scrolling. Feel it. Feel the burn. The only way out is through. Imagine the pain is a tunnel. It is dark, it is scary, but there is an end. If you stop in the middle of the tunnel, you live in the dark forever. Keep walking. Keep feeling. Let's go back to the dock. Imagine yourself standing there again. The rope is in your hand. The heavy weight is pulling you. Look at your hands. They are bleeding. Look at your face. You are tired. Now look at the rope. It is not a lifeline. It is a leash. I want you to take a deep breath. Inhale the salty air of freedom. And on the count of 3, I want you to open your hand. 1, 2, 3. Drop it. Watch the rope slip into the water. Watch it snake away into the deep. Feel the splash and then feel the silence. Notice that you didn't die. Notice that you didn't fall into the ocean. You are still standing on the dock. You are lighter. You are upright. Rub your hands together. Feel the warmth returning to your fingers. Turn around. Look away from the ocean. Look toward the land. There is a path there. It is sunny. There are trees. There are other people walking. That is your life. It has been waiting for you to turn around. You are the sky. They were just a cloud. Clouds come and go. Clouds can be black, thundering, terrifying, but the sky is never damaged by the cloud. The sky allows the storm to pass. And when the storm is gone, the sky is exactly as it was before, pristine, infinite, untouched. You are the sky. Do not define your vastness by the weather that passed through you. You are not damaged goods. You are simply a sky that has seen a storm. And the air after a storm is the cleanest air of all. Let this be your manifesto today. I release you. I release the need for you to understand me. I release the need for an apology. I release the hope that you will change. I give you back to yourself. I give you back to your own path, and I take myself back. I call all my energy back home. If you are listening to this and your heart is racing, it is because your soul recognizes the truth. You know it is time. You have been holding your breath for years. It is time to exhale. This channel is a sanctuary for the brave souls who are ready to let go. We are walking this path together. We are learning to be whole again. If you are ready to commit to your own freedom, I invite you to subscribe. Do not do it for me. Do it as a ritual, a signal to the universe that you are changing the channel of your life. Leave a comment below. Write the name of the feeling you are letting go of. Guilt, fear, hope. Leave it there. Let the comment section be a bonfire where we burn the old scripts. Thank you for listening. Thank you for choosing yourself today. You are safe, you are loved, and you are free. Now turn off this screen. Go outside, look at the sky, and breathe. End of script. Hướng dẫn chi tiết để sản xuất Producer Notes 1. Cấu trúc âm thanh audio Arc phần 1. Thrope 000, năm sông tù. Âm thanh sóng biển vỡ mạnh, tiếng gió rít, tiếng dây thừng căng. Giọng đọc căng thẳng dồn dập mô tả nỗi đau vật lý. Phần 2, The Diagnosis 1500. Nhạc nền chuyển sang dạng Investigation Mystery, nhịp điệu đều hơi chậm. Đây là đoạn phân tích tâm lý Slot Machine Sunk Cost. Giọng đọc cần sắc sảo phân tích như một bác sĩ đang chẩn bệnh. Phần 3, The Empty Boat 2500. Nhạc nền chuyển sang Zen Taoist, tiếng sáo nhẹ, tiếng nước chảy róc rách. Giọng đọc trầm xuống mang tính triết lý an ủi. Phần 4, The Release 2500. And nhạc nền Cinematic Uplifting Piano Strings. Cao trào cảm xúc ở đoạn 1, 2, 3 Drop It. Sau đó là sự tĩnh lặng và bình yên. 2. Hình ảnh Visual Metaphors The Dock. Một người đứng đơn độc trên cầu cảng trong sương mù, The Slot Machine. Hình ảnh ẩn dụ về đèn neon nhấp nháy, sự lặp lại con chuột chạy trong lồng, The Empty Boat. Một chiếc thuyền gỗ trôi vô định trên mặt hồ phẳng lặng. The Sky Can Time-lapse, bầu trời chuyển từ bão tố sang nắng đẹp. 3. Các từ khóa móc hàm hooks đặc sắc trong bài Intermittent Reinforcement. Củng cố ngắt quãng đánh trúng tâm lý những người hay đọc về tâm lý học hành vi. Emotional Janitor, lao công cảm xúc. Một cụm từ cực mạnh để mô tả việc phải dọn dẹp đồng lộn xộn của người khác. Funeral for the Potential. Đám tang cho những tiềm năng đánh vào nỗi tiếc nuối về tương lai tưởng tượng. Kịch bản này rất mạnh. Nếu chỉ dùng giọng đọc tốt, nó có khả năng viral cao vì đánh trúng nỗi đau thầm kín của hầu hết mọi người trong các mối quan hệ độc hại.